Foremost, I would like to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Harakakwadash. I would also like to give a double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone that do real well, that have taught me this truth. And I would also like to say a sincere shalom to the hopeful elect, unto the scattered elect, unto the brothers, the prophets, the men that are prophesying, laboring in this truth and in this doctrine. Unto you I say shalom. Esau's losing on all levels, all right? And this is just another testament to show you that his kingdom is falling right before our eyes, and they can't do anything about it. All right, their own women don't even want to procreate with them anymore. All right, and it's showing in Esau's own statistics. And Esau always likes to throw numbers out there. These are the statistics of this and that, and his own numbers are revealing them. Okay, minority births make up the majority in the U.S. for the first time, new study finds. And they've always called you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans were the minorities. All right, but we've always been the majority here. All right, they've always been the minority, but Esau likes to play with their numbers. They use their statistics and their media to push out these false narratives, like they're the like they're the majority. All right, because they dominate all these different industries, or they run all these different industries. They're in charge of all these different industries, so they've got to be on top. They got to have the outnumber the multitude. All right, but their studies show. I'm gonna get into this article that they're losing. They've been losing. All right, they always were. They always been outnumbered. All right, and it's just like what happened in Egypt, and I'm going to get to that scripture in Exodus 1, where Jake began to multiply and outnumber the Egyptians. And then we're doing the same thing here in Babylon, where we've probably already outnumbered the heathens a long time ago, but it's showing in Esau's statistics. All right. And for a long time, they've included, because they were always lower in numbers than us, because they would divide us amongst Black, Latino, and Native American, various different races. Okay, they even Esau, in order to inflate their numbers, they would include white. Excuse me, they would include Latino within the as white on some type on some job applications, or different surveys. They would say, I think I got a picture of it. I'm gonna see if I can bring it up real quick in my phone. I'm not gonna post it, but I'm gonna just read to you what it actually says. Um, Let me see if I can find it real quick. Here it is. It says list of acceptable race options for it's a certain application I saw. It says one or I, American Indian or Alaskan Native, A, Asian or Pacific Islander, Black, B, Black, and then it says white includes Caucasian, Mexican, Latin, Puerto Rican, Cuban, Central, South American, and other Spanish cultures of origin, regardless of race. So they are included, and the Northern Kingdom is big as hell. All right, so that's why Esau's numbers have been down for a long time. Okay, but their numbers have give the false illusion that, hey, we're still dominant. All right, so let me get into this article. It says a major demographic shift is underway in the United States, while white births, and we know that there's no such thing as white people. That was a social construct that came about in the 1680s. All right, during Bacon's Revolution, where it basically they used that term to bridge poor Edomites, all right, poor class working Edomites with the rich Edomites to um, make them feel accepted, to so they would be able to separate themselves from the poor Jakes. All right, and while they call themselves white, which is which, like I said, is a social construct, that it's a mental thing, because when you hear white, it goes into pure, innocent, without blemish, and of course, black is the complete opposite a negative, dark, anything that has to do with negativity. All right, and they not only did they call so-called Negroes black, they called also Native Americans black during that time in the 1600s. Okay, so they always try to group us together. All right, but yeah, we're being grouped together that the children of Israel, the hopeful elect, the elect that's coming back to our heritage, and we're not calling ourselves black. We're calling ourselves Hebrew Israelites from where respective tribes that we're from. All right, so back to the article. It says white births in the country have fallen below 50% for the first time ever. That's among the finding in a new study published Friday by professors from the Zucker School of Medicine at Hofstra Northwell. One of the researchers, Dr. Amos, Greenbaum, calls it a historic milestone. Minority women were now the majority in the majority of births in the United States for the first time, Greenbaum said. And the majority of those Jake women, there, I would say, damn, probably 99% are bringing forth Israelite babies because that seed comes from the father. Okay, so whatever you are, what your father is. All right, the women, they're just they take the seed, all right, of the man, all right, the sperm, and they're obviously the sperm fertilizes the egg, and thus comes the baby. All right, and in this case, more Israelite babies are are being brought, forth than Edomite babies or any of these other races. Okay, and Jake is always, the scriptures say, Jake is as the sand of the sea. We were always outnumbered these nations. We always, it's just we are in a low state because we went off as a nation. All right, we began to follow the ways of these heathens. All right, it says let me see, the study and analyzed Centers for Disease Control and Prevention data on 33 million births in the U.S., tracking trends by the mother's race and ethnicity. And they're trying to push that false narrative. Oh yeah, it's by the race and the ethnicity are determined by the mother, and that's off. That's false. All right, it revealed white births at 49.9%, while all other groups taken together, white births are 49% of all the whole population. Are you serious? That shit is so false. And a lot of these Edomite women, they're going to go, they want to be with Jake Man, okay? Because these women, they see the transfer of power taking place. All right, they see the Edomite man is losing. They about to lose. All right, even though they may boast of their power and their money, and they make the world think that they still got it. You ain't got it no more. Esau, your kingdom is falling. Okay, and your own statistics show that. It says while it revealed white births at 49.6%, while all other groups taken together, including Hispanic, Black, and Asian, made up 50.4% of all births. That's bullshit, man. You just think about it. Yeah, you got a lot of Edomites here, but it's more Jakes than anybody. Okay, especially in Babylon. The analysis also offered an explanation for the shifting of demographics. Among Hispanic women, they have children usually at an early age, and they have more children than white women. Greenbaum said, "White women usually delay childbirth. It is a known fact that they have less children, and then it ain't got nothing to do with them. That's the Most High. All right, the Most High is making these heathens small. All right, making their numbers go down. All right, making their men sterile. All right, like these devils try to do to us by putting certain ingredients and stuff in our foods. All right, coupled with well documented disparities when it comes to maternal health for minority women and children, Greenspan says these findings aren't just statistics. He says current efforts to restrict immigration to cut off Medicaid hurt the very women keeping American births alive and growing the country. If we really want to increase birth, if you want to have more babies, as this government has repeatedly said they want to, then we need to address these issues, Greenbaum says. You can't address it. You can't do anything about it. Esau, your kingdom is falling. Your women don't want to deal with you. And the nation of Israel is pretty much taken over, like we did in Egypt. Okay, this is Exodus 1:8, and it reads, "Now there arose a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we." All right, that's where we're getting at. Hey, there's nothing new under the sun. We're becoming more and mightier than these Edomites and the rest of these heathen nations. Okay, not because we're stronger. Yeah, we're stronger. All right, we're smarter, but the Lord has given us the spirit back. All right, the spirit of prophecy, the spirit of truth. Okay, we're receiving our heritage back. All right, we know that we're a nation of we know we're a great nation. Okay, verse where was I at? Let me see. Verse 10. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, so get them up out of the land. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasure cities in Pithom and Ramsey. So what happened? We multiplied, okay, and they put more hell on us. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel. All right, and the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor. All right, they put more hell on us, and that's the same thing that Esau is about to do right now. He's going to put more hell on you Israelites. Don't expect no breaks. Yeah, their kingdom is about to end, but don't expect this devil to give you any breaks. Okay, he gonna make it harder and harder because he see his kingdom is crumbling. These Edomites, and they can't stand it. All right, because these Edomites, they go to work. They work at the same jobs with Jake. All right, and Jake make the shit look easy, while these Edomites struggling. Okay, they struggling to do the task or whatever it is, and just Spirit and Jake, Jake make the shit look easy. Jake could do a job and be laughing and joking around and still get the job done faster than the Edomites. All right, and they're gonna put more hell on us. All right, just know that Jake you Jakes that know what the hell is going on. Just know that these devils, they losing right now. Okay, women don't want to be with him. Their deception, which was one of their greatest tools they have next to the sword, is not working anymore. People don't believe this devils. All right, and Trump is the epitome of an Edomite, proud, all right, arrogant, boastful. All right, the spirit of Edomite. All right, the perfect spirit of Edomite. He's the perfect devil. All right, and a lot of these Edomites are taking on that same attitude of arrogancy and being proud. All right, but they still losing. They losing on all levels right now. Okay, and what are they going to do? They're going to go back to what they know best, is the sword. All right. Let me see. So let me go from there. Oh, I want to get this. Daniel 4 and 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand of the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of man. And the basis of man is ruling right now. And we see that he's the lowest of the low. The basis of man. All right. And he's in control right now. All right. But that control is being taken from him. All right. Like I said, his women don't even want to deal with him. I pulled up a quote. I looked it up on chat. It was from Marcus Garvey, the Jake that was trying to, with his whole, go back to Africa. But this quote said, similar ideas. Let me see. Marcus Garvey, who emphasized that the condition, respect, and order of women reflects the strength or decline of a nation. Okay, so the condition, the respect or order of women. All right, Esau's women is out of order. They're everywhere. All right, they want to deal with Jake. Okay, look at Jake. We look at us at our lowest state. All right, look at a Edomite woman want to deal with the lowest nigga, a drug dealer nigga, a nigga that's in the trap. Edomite women go out of their way to deal with a YN or one of these mumble rap niggas. Okay, and but we're at our lowest state. And these women, not that this the Edomite, of course the Edomite women, but these other nations, they all want to deal with Jake now. Okay, at a lower state. All right, so that shows you Esau's the basis of man, and he's losing. He's losing bad. All right. Let me jump over to the Apocrypha in excuse me. Ecclesiasticus 10 and verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and the riches got by deceit, this whole kingdom was got by deceit and injuries, unrighteous dealings. The kingdom is translated from one people to another, and we're in the process of that transition, or where this man that has made himself, put himself in the image of the Most High. He thinks he's God. Everyone's supposed to follow his ideas. He's the smartest. He's the most good looking. He can't even say he's the best. I'm trying to think, what can Esau be the best at? He ain't the best athletes. All right. He ain't the best nothing in those sports. All right. He ain't the best actors. He ain't the best. He's just the best devil. All right. Because he's in power right now, and he's always, put that image of the most desired, but he's really not. He's never been. All right. He was just in a power seat where he made the world believe that he was that nigga. All right. And in actuality, he is a nigga. All right. Esau's a real nigga, man. You all right when you break it down. This is Isaiah 32, and I'm gonna go to verse 5. The vile person shall no more be called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful. All right, Esau's that vile person. All right, that he's for a long time he was called liberal. All right, he was he was he made the world believe he was a stand-up guy. He was honest. All right, he was likable. He was fun. He was all these things. Okay, but he's coming to find out. The world is coming to find out he's really not. All right, he's really the scum of the earth. All right, he is the scum of the earth, and they losing. They losing big. All right, and all these curses that are upon us is going to come upon them. Thus saith the scriptures. All right, but first he got to be revealed, and the part of that being revealed is the Lord revealing him to the world for all his wickedness and all the bullshit that he's done and that he's continued to do. Okay, this is Second Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And he's being revealed. All right, he's not he's not he's not what the world think he is. All right, the world outside of Babylon see this devil for who they are. All right, they don't want no dealings with him. Even the allies of Esau. Even Edomites don't want to deal with the American Edomite. Okay, these Edomites are these heathen nations. All right, whether it be the French, the Spanish, all right, Portugal, all these EU nations, they don't want to deal with Esau because they know what they know his true character. All right, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he as the Most High power sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is a power. All right, and he did that with the Renaissance, where he changed all the images to Edomite faces. All right, the Most High, Yahawashi, the angels, the prophets, all were Edomites. Or any great invention, he put his name on it, knowing a lot of those inventions he stole. All right, he stole the telephone. He stole either over Wright brothers were Jake's, or he stole that. I want to say he stole that because I read something where Jake's during the Dark Ages invented flying aircrafts, or came up with the whole concept. All right, everything that the world has thought that this devil has created, and it's a great idea and an innovative idea, it was stolen. He was never the originator of none of these great ideas. The only thing he was the originator of is wickedness. All right, because he is the wicked. All right, verse 5. Remember ye not that when I was with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he may be revealed in his time. And we're in the time of the great revealing of Esau. All right, everyone can see this devil. This devil is being made bare, as the scriptures say. Esau shall be made bare. All right. Verse 7. For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth and destroy with the brightness of his coming. The wicked is capitalized there, being revealed. All right. And he's being consumed with the spirit of the Lord's mouth. And who is the spirit of the Lord's mouth? Starts with the prophets, the servants, the prophets, who are prophesying and revealing this devil. Okay. For all their wickedness, all their wickedness they're doing now, the wickedness they plan to do, and their wicked history. All right, the Most High and forgotten. The Most High has put the Spirit on the prophets to bring these things forth. Okay, and we're not doing nothing but going into truth. Everything that we're saying is truth. Okay, no lies. All right, and there are no lies in our doctrine. There's no lies in the things that we're saying. All right, because if we go back in history, if we go back in current history right now, we can go back 400 years ago. This devil has been the same devil. Okay, he hasn't changed. He's become worse. All right, he's become a greater deceiver. He became a greater master of the sword. All right. Verse 9, even him whose coming is after working of Satan with all powers and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness and of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they received not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. Okay, so I just want to hit this lesson real quick to just another revealing fact that Esau's kingdom is coming to an end, and it's coming fast. Whether you believe it or not, whether you can see it or not, it's coming to an end. And he's first, like I said, first he has to be revealed. All right, and no one wants to deal with Esau now. Okay, you got you got your MAGAs, but they don't want to. A lot of these MAGAs is turning their nose up at these Edomites, like they know they ain't shit. They know they full of shit. Okay, so hey, this devil's being revealed, and we're coming in. And as this devil being revealed, who's he gonna look to take it out on? You gonna take it out on you Israelites? Okay, he's going to Esau going to. Jake is going to be the main target Jake is going to be the main target, or the main punching bag. Has always been a punching bag for E, but they're going to try to really come down with great wrath, because their kingdom is at an end. All right, so Lord willing, this lesson was edifying unto the hopeful elect, and I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahawah. Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Harakak Shalom.